Hello there. You there? How's your week going? I mean, everything's okay in my world. I was more interested in you. Oh, that's right. We can't communicate this way unless you leave me like a comment or something. Anyways, I've been thinking today about something that I've been doing, and I didn't even really pick up on it until like 10 seconds ago when I was journaling a little bit. I've been thinking a lot about codependency and what it means to be in a codependent relationship. Well, that's kind of a buzzword that I've always heard for a long time, because when I was growing up, I went to Alateen meetings, and that's kind of a buzzword in the AA community. And as far as I can understand it, codependent relationships are relationships where the individuals are defined by the other person playing a certain role in their life. When I was reading the definition about it, it suggested that it's usually people that are heavily emotionally or physically dependent on another person. So you need that person for survival. Physical codependency is a lot different than emotional codependency. And it would be my guess that a lot of people are operating in their worlds in codependent relationships. I've been trying to pull out of that a little bit. And in my world, what that feels like is letting people have separate identities from me and not being bothered when their identity is not what I thought it was. Because if we're separated, then I don't have to worry that this person is going to affect me in a certain way because we're not connected that way. Well, I've been thinking I've been doing pretty good about this with other people in my life. I've been setting boundaries and trying to keep myself centered so I can kind of understand where this all lands. But one place I haven't been doing that is the relationship with my children. And I'm hoping that other parents can understand how challenging this can be. And the reason that this is reflecting to me today is because I have gone and done a really stupid thing. And that is I kind of butt my nose in a place that it didn't belong to well, thinking I was being helpful. And luckily, the person that annoyingly got to reflect myself back to me, it was annoying, so that's why it's stinging a little bit more. It's kind of, now I have to turn that on myself because I was accusing this person of, being one way, and then I had to turn that on myself and kind of think like, okay, what am I missing here, right? Because that's the name of the game. Because if I'm pointing a finger, then I'm pointing one back at myself too. So I was thinking about that, and I realized that I need to work a little harder on learning to define myself separately from my kids' emotions. And with my older daughter, that's getting kind of challenging because she is having some girl drama issues in her world, and that hurts my little heart. And I know it's totally normal, and I went through the same thing. But when I hear stories about my baby being sad, my mama bear instinct kicks in, and I want to go and fix it for her. And I think what I'm noticing, that I can't fix everything for them, and that the idea of fixing isn't even true because nothing's broken. These are normal things going on, normal feelings, normal emotions. And I can have separate emotions from my children's emotions. We don't all have to run together. But I think with parenting, that gets really hard to see where the line is, because at what point does it look like you don't care and you're not advocating for your child? At what point is it that you're robbing them of their own emotional experiences and their right to be able to manage themselves? I don't know. Does anyone have any input on this? That could be your first comment. Something that relates to this. So I don't feel like apologizing specifically for this little, tiff that I had today with this unnamed person. I'm not really proud of myself that I gave into that. And I do have to check myself a little bit. So I was journaling and I wrote this. How are you perpetrating codependency with your children? So then I did a little thing. It says, Sad kids equals sad mom. Happy kids equals happy mom. And then I kind of crossed them over so that my brain could see that they don't have to go together. And then I wrote, we don't have to connect like that. I can trust my children to have sad, lonely, and confusing feelings without wanting to fix them, because those feelings aren't wrong. I need to chill out a little bit. Well, I'm happy this was brought to my attention today. Okay, well, have a great week. If you made it this far, thanks for paying attention. It got dark because it's really cloudy out. Okay, bye.